Have you ever found yourself in a moment so raw, so real, that it shakes you to the core? It's the kind of moment that strips away every illusion you've held onto, revealing a truth that's both terrifying and liberating. What if the hero you've been waiting for your whole life is nowhere to be found? What if that hero is, in fact, you? Picture a rainy evening, the city lights reflecting off wet pavement, and there I was, soaked to the bone, standing at a crossroads in my life. No guide, no safety net, no cavalry charging in to rescue me. Just me, staring at the vast unknown and the heavy weight of my own choices. That night marked the beginning of a journey, one fueled by a hard realization. No one is coming to save me. I had spent so many years borrowing strength from others, expecting someone to swoop in and change my fate. But life doesn't work that way. The curtain rose, and the spotlight found me alone on stage, tasked with the role of my own savior. Now, you might be wondering what happened next. How does one go from desperation to determination? Let me take you there through a story that's as real as morning coffee and twice as bitter at first. A few years back, I was stuck in a job that felt like a slow drift into insignificance. Every morning, I tossed and turned, haunted by thoughts of wasted potential. My confidence was battered by every no from life, and my dreams seemed to fade like the setting sun against cold concrete skyscrapers. I'd wait for an opportunity, a sign, or a helping hand that never arrived. Isn't it funny how waiting is the easiest trap? It lulls you into complacency. One afternoon, a sudden layoff pushed me off the ledge. No warning, just a quick severance check and a box of belongings. I stood outside that office, the setting sun casting long shadows, feeling like a failure. But in that shadow, an unusual thought took root. What if I stopped waiting? What if I took control? This question ignited a spark so fierce that it slowly turned my fear into fuel. Do you feel that spark yet? The one that dares you to step off the cliff of comfort and soar into uncertainty. I started small, reading, learning, and facing fears that once paralyzed me. The process was anything but glamorous. I stumbled, failed, and sometimes wanted to scream into the void. But every step taught me a priceless lesson. Reliance on others is a safety net woven with threads of disappointment. True strength is something you build yourself, brick by determined brick. Let me share a little humor here. It's like learning to swim by being thrown into a pool. You either sink or swim, but one thing's for sure. You won't learn by standing on the deck, hoping someone throws you a life preserver. What about you? Think about your own life. How many moments have you spent waiting for something or someone to change the game for you? I dare you to ask yourself, what could happen if you stopped waiting and started acting? Remember the words of the great Zig Ziglar, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Starting might feel awkward, slow, and even scary, but it's the first step toward rewriting your story. Now picture this. A sunrise casting a warm golden light over a quiet street. That's not just a new day. It's an opportunity wrapped in the promise of your own making. The choice to rise when no one else lifts you. Here's a challenge that's personal yet universal. Own your power. Stop outsourcing your courage and your success to external forces. Harness the fire within that no one else can ignite for you. It's time to stop waiting for rescue and start being the rescuer. How? Start by setting one small goal that scares you just a little. Then chase it with everything you've got. Over time, those little wins create a momentum so unstoppable that waiting becomes a distant memory. I remember a time when self-doubt whispered that I wasn't enough. But pushing through that noise, armed with grit and humor, I found not just confidence, but a drive that anchored me firmly in my own strength. Imagine the freedom when circumstances no longer dictate your worth because you've built an unshakable foundation from within. This, my friends, is the essence of self-reliance. So my final call to you is simple but profound. Embrace the reality that no one is coming to save you because that's your superpower disguised as a challenge. You are the hero of your own story, the master of your fate, and the architect of your success. The world will keep spinning, opportunities will keep knocking, but it's you who needs to open the door. Power isn't handed out, it's claimed. Are you ready to claim yours? Like I said, this is no fairy tale with a knight in shining armor. This is your life and your fight. Before you go, remember this: waiting for a savior is the surest way to miss your own awakening. Rise now. Make the call. Step into the light. The hardest journey is the one you must take alone, but I promise you, it's the one that leads to the greatest freedom. If you felt this truth resonate, if the fire is lit and the spark is undeniable, then don't wait any longer. Like, follow, or subscribe to Lazy Salaryman for more stories and wisdom that fuel your climb. Because your time to stop hiding and start rising is now.